All right, so we talked about rectangles already. Now we're going to talk about regular polygons. You remember what polygons are? Poly meant something, gon meant something. Poly is many. There's a couple words that we use poly. If you think back to Old Testament stuff, you learned about how the Israelites were mono, that means one, monotheistic. They had one God. Other nations that didn't believe in the true God were polytheistic. They believed in all sorts of many gods. So that means many. Can you guess what gon means? These shapes all have many.
Sides?
Yep. Gon means sides. Okay. So when you see polygon, just means a shape with many sides. We're talking about many, like straight sides. So a circle would not count because that's got a curved side, but many straight sides. So when we think about perimeter with this, we're still talking about the outside distance around the outside of a shape. Regular polygons like this, a regular triangle or a regular hexagon that has 6 sides, or a regular 4-sided figure, which is a square, or a regular pentagon. When you see the word regular, it means all of the sides are exactly the same. Okay, so that's kind of nice for us, because if I know that this side of the triangle is 2, I don't have to wonder about the other sides. If it's a regular triangle, I know that this is also 2, and this is also 2. And therefore, what's my perimeter? Matt?
6.
It's got to be 6, because again, we're measuring the distance from here to here to here to here. If this is 5, the other sides must be 5 meters too, because it's a regular polygon. So what's my total perimeter? The distance all the way around the outside. Claire?
30.
Why?
Because every side is 5
Okay, and then what?
meters.
So where'd you get 30 from?
I add 3 sides.
Okay, so there's 2 ways to do it at this point, and I was wondering which way you did it. You said I added them all up. So you did 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Anybody else think of a way I could get to 30? Maybe a little quicker? And it may be helpful to you, maybe not be. Yeah.
Multiply.
Yeah, because I've got 6 sides, I can say, well, I've got 6 sides. Each one is 5 meters, therefore, I got a total of 30 meters around the outside of the shape. Okay? So you can think of it in terms of addition or multiplication. How about this? I've got a square here. What's my distance around the outside? What's my perimeter? Kaylee?
24.
That's my 4.
16.
There you go. 16. 4 and 4 and 4 and 4. Or you can think of it as 4 times 4. And the last one, what kind of shape is that again? 5-sided shape? What do we call that thing? A 5-gon. No. That would make sense though. 5 sides, 5-gon.
Hexagon.
Hexagon was this one with 6. 5 is penta,
Yeah.
like the Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible. Or Pentagon, we just can't remember, it's in 5 sides. So what's the total perimeter? If I've got 5 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each side is 10 centimeters.
50.
Yeah, did you get that by adding 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10? Or did you just do 5 times 10? 5 times 10. I think so. Some of them might be easier to multiply, some of them you might want to add up. It just depends. So remember, polygons were many sides, but they were not curved. Let's talk about circles. Circles then are not polygons, but we still can measure the outside around them. They have specific names for them. So if I was to take a piece of string and say, well, I'm going to start from right here, I'm going to wrap that string all the way around to the other side, that's the perimeter of the circle, right? The perimeter of a circle has a special name. This is it. It's called circumference. Can you say that with me? Circumference. Circumference is just a fancy name for the perimeter of a circle. That's it. We're going to get into ways that we can find the perimeter of the circle, because it's hard for me to take a ruler and like measure that, because my ruler is straight and circle bends, right? It curves. But there are 2 other things I want you to make sure you know about. If I was to go to the very center of the circle and I draw a line just from the center up to the side, It could go straight up to the top like that, or it could come out to the side like that, or come out to the side like that. That's called a radius. Say that with me. Radius. And then if I had from the center out to one side, which is a radius, but I actually draw it through the center all the way to the other side, that's the diameter. Say that. Diameter. So we've got the radius, which is like half of the diameter, and then all the way around the outside is the circumference. So a couple of vocabulary words that you may or may not be familiar with. On that diagram over on the right side, it shows that line which is 6 inches. How could I label that line? What would I call it? It's the diameter, because it's the one that goes all the way across the circle through the middle. How long is the radius of that circle? Destiny.
3.
How'd you get that? Yeah, because a radius, and I could draw a whole bunch of them, right? They could go anywhere, but one radius might go straight down like this, which is exactly half the diameter. Okay, so your radius there is 3 inches. Good? Questions on anything that we went through with perimeter or different types of shapes? Excellent. All right, we'll get you going on Google Classroom with your assignment in just a second.